Hey everyone, this is Akash. Welcome to PySpark Learning Hub. Today we are diving into a PySpark problem, but not just any problem, one that will challenge your thinking and sharpen your skills. And in this video, I will also walk you through my approach step by step so you can learn, practice, and grow. Solving a PySpark problem follows the simple steps in which we will try to understand and discuss the problem. Later, we will try to understand the input and expected output. Later, we will try to write a PySpark code. Alright, let's see today's problem statement. Today, we are seeing a problem which is hobbies data transformation. This is also one of the data transformation where the data is something hobbies, right? So, let us try to understand the step one, which is the problem statement. What we have to do here is we have to transform a data set with individuals name and associate hobbies into a new format using PySpark. Convert the comma separated hobbies into separate rows. Okay. Create a data frame with individual row for each person and their respective hobbies. If you see, after going through the problem statement, we are not clear about what the problem is. Correct. What it is saying is we have to convert the comma separated hobbies into separate rows and transform a data set with individual name associated with hobbies, okay, into a new format using PySpark. That's what I usually see the input and expected output. Okay, here we got to know what exactly we have to do. That is partially we got to know. But if we see the input and output, we will get to know clarity of what is the requirement. Okay, let us see the input output and again let's try to explore the question. Then we'll come to a conclusion saying that what exactly we have to do. I've already created the data. You don't have to do it. You don't have to write the data. You just go to my GitHub link and you can download this particular notebook. Okay, you will find a notebook called 33 Hobbies Data Transform. Daily, I'm trying to solve one problem and upload a particular notebook. So you don't spend time on writing the uh, data and schema. You just download the particular notebook and you can import that in your Databricks Community Edition. Right? Let us create the data frame. If you see our input data set, we have couple of names. Alicia, Bob. Okay, we have couple of different names. Okay, and their hobbies. What Alicia has a hobby which is badminton and tennis. What Bob has tennis and cricket. So on and so forth. Right. Now expected output if you see for each name, whatever their hobby they have, they want it in a separate row. Like for example, for Alicia, it is badminton, and in a separate row, they want tennis also. So Alicia badminton and Alicia tennis, right? Same thing goes for Bob, and so on and so forth, right? So now we got to know what this question is saying. Transform a dataset with individual name and associated hobbies into a new format. See, associated hobbies we want in new column, new row, sorry, and convert the comma separated into hobbies. Okay, this is comma separated, right, into a hobby separate row we want, plus create a data frame with individual row for each person. That what they are saying is we have to convert a separate data frame which is expected output with this data. Correct. So I hope you have understood the step 1 and step 2. This is very important task, whatever I'm explaining today, because I have got this particular example in my project task. Okay, so that's why I've created one separate scenario so that if you come across this scenario where you have a list, it can be anything. Okay, it can have a comma separated. Okay, you will get a file which contain like this. Okay, and what transformation, this is structural transformation, right? You are not performing any transformation. This is structural transformation. During the ETL process, you have to perform a lot of structural transformation. Okay. In last video also we have seen pivoting, right? Where we are converting the rows into column, isn't it? So this is one example where we are creating separate rows for each element of a comma separated value, right? So very important, try to focus it. Okay, before starting step 3, okay, I want you all to pause this video and try to solve it. If you did not get the solution also, it is fine, but it is important to give a try. Remember, practice is the only way to learn PySpark. All right, let us see how we can solve this particular problem. Firstly, let us see the approach, how we can solve this. Firstly, if you see here, we have a comma separated value, right? What we can do is we can split this and create an array, isn't it? Right? We can use split function and we can try to split and create an array. Right, that is first step. Then later what we can do is there is one special function in PySpark which is nothing but explode or POS explode. Okay, let us see what we can do. If we apply explode on top of this thing, it will try to create this new column. Okay, let us see how it works and I will show you the expected output also. Right. So firstly, we want to create a new column. Right. How do we create a new column? Yes, that is correct. We use with function, right? Df dot with column, and we want to create the same function. Okay, let's not use a new column. Okay, we want the array instead of string. We want a array. So what we can do is we have to apply the split function. How do you apply the split function? Split is basic, right? You should be aware of how to apply the split, right? Just use the column and what is the separator. If here in our case it is comma separated, right? So you can apply the comma separated, right? So let us see first how, yeah, we are able to. So if you see here, we are able to split the hobbies into an array, right? String to array we have converted, right? Now, if we apply a explode on top of this, correct? If you apply a explode, right? How do we apply a explode? We use explode, explode. Now, if we are exploding, okay, before exploding, let me create a new column because we want to save there. Okay, explode and create a new column, hobbies itself, and explode we will use explode hobbies. If we do, what it will do is it will map this first element into this thing, and Alicia with tennis, Bob with tennis, Bob with cricket. This is what explode what it will do is it will expand an array into multiple rows with an index. Okay, in our case what we have here is array is our hobbies, right? It will do is it will create a new column with each element of array associated with different rows, correct? So let us see. Again, I will try to reframe what explode does is it will turns an array into multiple rows, correct? It will turn an array into multiple rows. This is what we wanted to do, right? It helps normalize the data when you have list stored in single column, right? We want to normalize the data, correct? We don't want to denormalize. Okay, here normalize means we want separate separate rows in short. Okay, so let us try to execute this and see the expected output. how do how should the output look like is something like this, right? Let us see that. See, we have achieved the expected output, correct? There is one more way. We have POS explode. Okay, let me show you that also. Here, just let me write the POS explode and try to show you how does it work. What POS explode will do is it will expand an array into multiple rows with an index. Okay, in this case, this will do without index. Here we don't have index. Here we will have a index. If there is any index, what we have to do here is we have to uh, we have to alias it. Okay, alias it and try to give it as index. Okay, position and the hobbies, right? position and hobbies. Let me give the hobbies here and let us try to see the expected output. Name error, object is not callable, hobbies, POS explode. Let me see whether it is correct or not. Hobbies dot alias dot hobbies. Okay. Okay, let me do it in a select thing and let me remove this whole stuff. Okay. Let me do only name. Okay. Because it will try to print the this thing. Object is not callable. POS hobbies alias I think. Ah, yes, alias spelling mistake I have done. Okay, instead of that with column, let me go with the with column and give it a hobbies. Okay, and let me see the expected output. Hobbies alias. Okay, what it is saying, the number of alias supply. Okay, so we have to do it in select itself. Okay, what we have to give is name and hobbies. If you see here, if you want the index also, in few of the scenario, you might require the index also at zeroth index what you have, at first index what you have. Okay, so during that scenario, what you can use is you can use explode POS explode. Okay, so the only difference between explode and POS explode is in explode what we will do is expand an array into multiple rows without an index. Whereas POX will explode, what it will do is with index it will give. Okay, similar function, but index is something different here. Okay, so I hope you have understood this explode and POS explode in this thing. During ETL process, this kind of structural transformation are too much. Okay, so that is the reason I'm taking one function and trying to explain it with some scenario so that you will try to understand a lot of stuff. Okay, so this is how we need to solve any PySpark problem. I would love to hear how you have solved this problem. Drop your approach in the comment below. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share it with anyone who is on that PySpark journey. If you enjoyed this video and want to practice more, make sure to check out my YouTube channel for plenty of similar PySpark challenges. I've already given the YouTube link. You can give it a check. You can also visit my GitHub repository where I have shared a wide range of problem and solution to help you sharpen your skill. You can also find this particular notebook on the GitHub project, so you can download and save some time. For the latest update tutorials and tips, don't forget to follow me on LinkedIn. Let's stay connected and keep learning together. I've already given the LinkedIn link here, so you can give it a follow here and we can stay connected. So thanks for watching and I will see you in the next video. Until then, happy coding. Thank you.